Hello and welcome. And in this video, I'm talking about 3 easy ways to grow your community and audience. Now, if you're a coach, consultant, course creator, or expert, growing your audience is almost like a given, right? Because we need an audience for people to know that we exist and for people to know that actually we have something to sell. And the bigger your audience, the more opportunity you have to actually get out there and make sales. So what I want to talk about are 3 easy ways to make that happen in terms of growing your audience. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably watching this on social media right now. And, it goes without saying that social media is one of the main places that people focus on growing an audience. And I've helped clients who've grown audiences into the millions. I've helped clients who've grown audiences into the hundreds, and both have been able to get success from growing that audience. Now, if you want to trump, I guess competition, the market, the biggest thing you can do to grow your audience is it's so simple that most people overlook it, which is just turn up and be consistent. And it goes without saying that, there's the old story of they call it the tortoise and the hare, right? And the story goes that the hare's so fast during this race that they've got that he takes it easy, goes about halfway, has a rest. And then eventually the turtle, catches up to him and passes him because the hare's not really paying attention, right? But when you look at the turtle, it's consistency. Just keep going. There's also a shout for you to be a mix of both, like fast when you need to be, slow when you need to be, right? But the point I'm getting to is if you want to grow that audience, you've got to look at it in terms of what's going to work best for you. And one of the things that I can say, hey, Mark, thanks for jumping on. One of the key things that I can say to you is the very nature of showing up is important. But how do you show up? Well, it's very simple, guys. You got to think of social media as a way to get your message out there to help the audience that are paying attention to you. And in my case, I use this method that I teach my clients called the 6-week content rhythm. And the 6-week content rhythm is basically what do you post Monday to Friday to get a kind of foundation in your marketing so that when you do show up, you show up meaningful, you have a clear message, and you've got a reason for people to pay attention to you. It's very simple. What you need to focus on is in a 6-week period, each week, imagine that each week you focus on one frustration and related desire that your niche has with what you can help them to achieve. So if you're a coach, course creator, expert, you provide services, right? But what you want to focus on is each week focusing on one frustration, a related desire. And here's the real important piece. The difference between the frustration and desire of your audience is usually a limiting belief or a leading belief. A limiting belief, you're going to capture about 80% of the market. A leading belief, you're going to capture around 20. And what I mean by that is a limiting belief is something people believe they need that is holding them back and they can't see the way forward, right? A leading belief is somebody sets a goal, but they don't know the steps to get there, right? But most people, human beings, operate out of a place of fear. So if you want to make a difference in terms of your content connecting with your audience, what you need to do is focus your content around, well, what are the limiting beliefs that my niche has with regards to moving forward and making the decisions to either get help or make change, right? So what you can do as the first step is focus on content around that. But what do you post exactly on a Monday to Friday basis? Very simple, guys. On a Monday, you should post content that shows transformation. And the easiest way to show transformation is either a personal story of your own or a story from your client showing before and after. So explaining what your client or yourself went through as the problem, which is usually related to your niche, right? So what problem they went through before, what steps were taken, digging into both the emotions they experienced, right? And the steps usually outline your approach to solving that problem. And this is what helps create the transformation, because as a person watches or consumes or reads and goes through your content, what you're looking for is the person to connect from a place of empathy, meaning that as they hear, read, or watch whatever content it is that you have, they're able to say, that's me. So in their mind, they're painting a picture of what their current life is like or their business is like, and they're able to relate, which is what creates empathy. So transformation is all about showing people what the problem is, the steps that were taken, the way that the solution was found. So rather than just saying, hey, I've got a course or I've got a coaching program, you don't just jump to that. You explain how the solution came about, and it doesn't have to take forever. You just have to give a plausible reason or a rationale, so that your audience can follow along. And then once you've shared the method, how it came about, you then share the results that either you or your client went through, and then a call to action, which is how people can find out more either about the method or directly get help from you. So that's what you could publish on a Monday. On a Tuesday, you can publish like a hand-raising post or a two-step post, which I see a lot of people referring to them as. Basically, offer a lead magnet, give some value away that gets people interested, right? Step 3 is share a case study. So share the actual result of what you've helped either yourself or a client achieve, which is what was the problem they went through, what was the method they used, what was the result they got, and what was the testimonial that they shared about working with you, right? Very simple. And then on a Thursday, go live, do a live stream, kind of like what I'm doing right now, where you kind of elaborate on a specific topic that you're focused on for that specific week. And then on a Friday, it's very simple. Put out a replay post to remind people to say, hey, here's a link to go watch the video or the thing that I posted yesterday, right? And that's it. So one of the first steps in growing your audience is to be consistent. Now, if you use this method, this 6-week content rhythm that I'm talking about, guys, it gives you such focus, because rather than going wide, you go narrow and deep. And that's where most business owners go wrong in terms of trying to attract in their audience. If you want access to the 6-week content rhythm that I'm talking about, guys, just comment with the word 6 weeks. Yeah. So with the word 6 weeks, and I'll send you a free PDF. There's also a walkthrough video with the PDF. So if you're, not quite clear on what you should be posting on a regular basis to get leads, to get prospects, to get clients, just comment 6 weeks below this video and I'll send you a free copy of my PDF. And there is a walkthrough video. As I said, it's totally free. You don't have to pay for it. So the first step in building your audience is have meaningful content that relates to what your niche are experiencing, so you can focus on empathy in order to be consistent, right? So that's number 1. So what's number 2? What's the other easy way? The other easy way is to run paid advertising, right? So depending on what size you are, if you're generating at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month or more, then you've probably got a budget to run advertising. And advertising is one of the fastest ways to scale up your business. Whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of these different places, and YouTube and Google, right? This is how you're able to push things to that next level in terms of consistency and scaling. The more budget you have, the more that you can obviously invest into your marketing. Now, I'm actually running a workshop tomorrow, and it's called the Ads to Clients Workshop. And it's a 3-hour workshop where I'm taking the people who are registered as well as clients, right, through a 3-hour workshop on how to run ads that cost $7 a day, that build your audience and get you leads and prospects. And it's a very simple strategy, but a lot of people miss it, because when they look at paid advertising, there's 2 things that happen. 1, they get really excited and want to jump into it. Or number 2, they feel like it's an overwhelming minefield of, money that's just going to be, flushed down the drain. The one thing I can say to you is that if you're on this path of growing your coaching business and you're already, at that minimum, I'd say minimum 5K level. So whether you run a coaching, consulting, or a course creator type of business, you need to be at a certain level so that when you do invest in your marketing with paid advertising, you're not looking for like immediate return instantly. And the example I'll give you is that if you're already marketing on social media, you're investing your time, but there's no guarantee of return. But here's the other thing: time you can't get back. Whereas a lot of people, they're willing to test out organic social media marketing, but when it comes to actually parting with hard-earned cash, they seem to be more protective and don't realize that actually their time is worth more money than the cash, and the cash you can earn more of, but the time you can't get back. So the second easy step basically is paid advertising. And I'll give you a quick tip on what you can use for your paid advertising, which will help your money to go further. One of the most effective ways to market your business on any social media platform is to use video ads. And it's very simple. To pay for video views can cost you like literally anything less than 1 penny, right? I've got some clients where they're running ads and they're paying less than half a penny a view. And when I say view, that means somebody who's watched at least 15 seconds of their ad or a video. So if you take this into context of where you're at right now, like even if you were paying 5 pence a video view for a 15-second view, right? That's pretty cool to know that actually you can pay some money and you can get, people to watch your stuff. Well, here's the cool thing. If you have the right video structure and script, actually, the more people that video goes out to, the more likely it is to connect with the niche that you're hoping to connect with, right? But here's the cool thing. Let's say you recorded a 3-minute video and you run that as an ad. Yeah. And you run it as an ad to tell people about a specific, tip that they can use in relation to the services that you offer your niche, right? For everybody that watches 25% of that 3-minute video, even less than that, but I would recommend 25%. That's the number that I work on. You retarget those people, meaning you advertise only to that specific segment with your actual offers. The difference is for everybody that has seen you at least once, right? And I'll give you the numbers right here, meaning they've watched at least 45 seconds of you if it's a 3-minute video, which is really cool. 45 seconds, you can say quite a lot in this day and age, right? You only have to look at videos on TikTok and Instagram Reels to know how people communicate really quickly and not so much time. But let's say you have a video ad that's 3 minutes long. A person watches 45 seconds of you. They get a good feel for you and they're like really interested. So the next time you pop up, now they see your ad, which may be a lead magnet, maybe a workshop, maybe an online course. It may be book a call with you. But here's the really cool thing that I want you to take away from this. Instead of putting your offers out to a cold audience, the best thing to do is to build up an audience. And if you run video ads and retarget people who've actually watched some of you, like 45 seconds, you're going to have a more interested person with more intent. And that's what you want from your marketing. That's what allows you to stretch your pounds and dollars when it comes to advertising so that you actually get your return on investment. So that's number 2. The first one was organic marketing and having a clear, consistent content plan. Number 2 was running paid advertising. And here's number 3. Here's my third step. If you want to grow your audience consistently so that you have more people that you can generate leads and clients from. So this is the third step. The third step is look at potential JV partners. And so a JV partner means a joint venture partner. And I'll give you some examples of what you can do. And I've had a lot of success by running JV partnerships. So one of my first examples means when you're looking for a partner, you're looking for somebody who wants to collaborate, not compete, right? So usually you're going to market your services out to their audience. And usually the joint venture partner has an audience of the kind of people that you're looking to work with, where their service or their offering, doesn't compete or conflict with what you do, right? So I'll give you a quick example. So one of the JV partnerships I established back in 2019, and I'll share why I'm mentioning this story in a moment, is I connected to a business coach, and the business coach had a lot of businesses who needed specific marketing strategy advice and services. So by striking up a deal with this particular business coach, he was able to refer people to me to get the strategy that they needed to then be in a position to implement that with him as a business coach. So it was a natural fit. There was an alignment there rather than, competing. There was collaboration. Now, to give you some context, from that JV partnership for 2 months in a row, I'd achieved $100,000 in sales in both months. I did over 200,000 in sales, right? Because it was a natural fit. Now, what did I have to do in order to get that joint venture partnership in place? Well, was it advertising? Was it organic marketing? I'll tell you what it was. I first got a referral, and off the back of the referral, I was able to build up a relationship with the person who became my JV partner. And so the relationship was simply, I worked with that person for about 6 months, where we were able to get some great results together. And off the back of the results, he was really impressed and really excited and wanted to share more of what I could help other people in his network to achieve. And off the back of that, that's what set up the JV partnership. Now, was it worth it for me to invest 6 months of my time, not even knowing that that person would eventually become a JV partner? Absolutely. To generate sales of $200,000 just by creating relationships obviously made a huge, difference to the results of what I was doing. And it was actually the first time that I'd crossed $100,000 in sales in 30 days, so in a month. And that was not from advertising or organic marketing at the time. It was from a JV partnership. So the point I'm getting to is that off the back of this kind of work, and I led with this video saying 3 easy ways. They are in fact easy, but they do take a lot of work. And the easy part is your ability to just show up and be disciplined with, publishing your content, running ads if you have the budget to run ads, so you can consistently get out to brand new people, grow your audience consistently, because that's what these social media platforms will help you to do. But equally, to be in a place where you understand that there's other players in the market who perhaps have your target audience and are willing to partner with you. So maybe you can pay them a commission, 5%, 10%, 15%, whatever you agree, for them to expose you, to put you in front of their audience, for you to create a win-win-win, which means a win for you, a win for the JV partner, and a win for their audience in getting, access to what it is that you have to offer. So those are my 3 steps, guys. I hope you can take from those 3 steps, one nugget of what you can do to implement to grow your audience right now, so you can generate more leads, prospects, and clients. If you want to fast track yourself into that, tomorrow I'm running a workshop called Ads to Clients, where I show you my £7 a day Facebook and Instagram ad strategy that helps to build an audience consistently over the course of a year, where you're able to pull out leads and clients every week like clockwork. So if you want to find out more about that, you can just get in. Like I said, we're running the workshop tomorrow. It's the 24th of October between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. UK time, which I believe is around about 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, depending on where you are. But if you do want to find out more, just hit me up, send me a DM and let me know. And if you get on board, you will get access to the workshop. It's a 3-hour workshop. It will be train and implement. So it's not just me talking. We're going to do a bit of training, and then you're going to do some implementation. So at the end of the workshop, you're ready to go and your ads can be running. And that's it. So guys, thank you very much for watching today. 3 easy steps to grow your audience, get more leads and clients. Finally, for those of you on YouTube, please remember to hit the subscribe button and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more new videos. On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching over there and over there on Instagram. Take care. Bye-bye.